Before we start, pay attention. Every time you spot trivia in this video, keep counting. Comment the final number, stay subscribed, and you could win an Amazon gift card this month. Subscribed? Good. Let's go. The story begins with a group of soldiers arriving at a remote location. They have been sent to deliver a set of car batteries to another unit stationed there. After unloading the equipment, they begin preparing for an assignment, although the details of the mission remain unclear. During this time, one of the soldiers, known as 81, spend a few moments joking with his younger brother, who also serves in the military. The two share a lighthearted exchange before discussing their future in the army. Soon afterward, 81 walks over to check the engine of their vehicle while the conversation continues. His younger brother talks about wanting to be on the real battlefield and becoming an army ranger, just as they had once imagined when they first joined the military. 81 admits that he no longer feels the same enthusiasm and is uncertain whether he wants to pursue that path. After some persistence from his brother, he eventually agrees that they will work toward that goal together. Before anything else can happen, a late incoming airstrike suddenly hits the area. The soldiers are caught completely off guard, and most of the unit is killed within seconds. 81 is thrown by the blast and loses consciousness. When he regains awareness, the site is silent and filled with destruction. Looking around, he realizes that nearly everyone has been killed. Among the wounded is his brother, barely holding on. The story then shifts 2 years later at a ranger training facility in Colorado. At the base, a group of candidates receives an urgent order instructing them to report immediately to the induction hall. Once everyone gathers inside, the recruits are each handed a small plastic bag and instructed to place their name tags, paperwork, rank insignia, and any personal belongings inside. From that point forward, their identities are replaced with assigned numbers. During the intake process, the candidate followed in the story is selected to serve as team leader. Shortly afterward, the instructors outline the course ahead. The candidates are beginning an 8-week selection program, widely considered one of the most demanding military training processes. Throughout the course, their physical endurance, mental discipline, and emotional resilience will be tested continuously. The instructors explain that only those who complete the final stage will proceed to a 24-hour simulated operation known as the Death March. Finishing that mission and reaching the final checkpoint earns the right to wear the Ranger Scroll and the Tambourette.
Rangers lead the way! All the way!
Marking entry into one of the United States Army's most respected regiments. As training progresses, the intensity of the program becomes clear. Candidates move through exhausting drills and constant physical challenges day after day. Among them, 81 consistently pushes himself harder than most, refusing to slow down even when the strain becomes severe. As the days pass, however, the pressure begins to take its toll. Many trainees are unable to keep up and are dismissed from the program, leaving only a smaller group remaining. One evening, several trainees quietly discuss the tragedy involving 81's younger brother. During the conversation, their attention turns to a nearby television broadcast. A news report states that scientists have detected a mysterious object heading toward Earth, believed to have originated from outside the solar system. Despite the report, daily operations at the training base continue as scheduled. During a lunch break, the topic of 81's brother surfaces again, and one of the trainees eventually asks him directly about it. Later that night, while 81 takes medication, one of his roommates notices and becomes curious. The following morning, the two briefly discuss it before returning to their training routine. As the selection process continues, additional candidates are dismissed, leaving only the most determined participants in the course. During one training exercise, 81 experiences vivid memories of the moment involving his injured brother. For a brief instant, it feels real, but it is revealed to be a nightmare. The following day of exercises begins, and he continues forcing himself through the pain and exhaustion. While pushing through another drill, he remembers trying to carry his younger brother to safety after the attack. The memory overwhelms him. During the exercise, he collapses in the water and loses consciousness. Instructors quickly pull him out before the situation worsens. The incident draws the attention of one of the commanding officers, who begins to question whether 81 is mentally fit to continue the program. Soon afterward, 81 is called to an office meeting. Inside, Sergeant Torres and another senior officer present their decision. Based on what they have observed, they recommend that he withdraw from the course immediately. 81 disputes the decision. When he begins arguing, the officers order him to sit down. He responds by pointing out that he has not failed a single training event. The instructors acknowledge that his physical performance is strong. Their concern is his mental condition. According to their records, he has not been sleeping properly and feedback from other candidates suggests he keeps his distance from the rest of the team. They also remind him that after the incident involving his brother, he was instructed to attend 2 therapy sessions for evaluation. Instead, the records show that on the morning he was discharged, he applied for the Ranger Assessment and Selection Program. Since then, he has submitted applications repeatedly. When asked why he is determined to continue, 81 responds that he simply wants to reach the finish line. The officers reply that what lies ahead is not the finish line, but only the beginning. They explain that if he is formally removed from the program, he may never be allowed to apply again. For that reason, they advise him to step away voluntarily and return when he is ready. All he needs to do is sign a document confirming that he is withdrawing on his own terms. 81 refuses. The following day, the instructors begin calling out a list of numbers. When 81 hears his number, it appears that he is being dismissed. Instead, those whose numbers are called are instructed to step forward and are informed that they are the ones remaining. The candidates have reached the final phase of Ranger training. They soon receive the details of their final simulated mission. The exercise involves a reconnaissance and rescue operation. 2 Black Hawk helicopters will insert the team into a drop zone deep inside enemy territory. From there, they must navigate through hostile terrain, locate a crashed aircraft, and destroy it so it cannot fall into enemy hands. Their second objective is to locate a nearby rebel village where the pilot of the downed aircraft is believed to be held. For the simulation, their rifles are fitted with blank firing adapters and no live ammunition is permitted. Leadership of the mission is assigned to 81. The final exercise begins as the team moves toward the drop zone. After landing, the soldiers regroup and review their plan. The mission clock has already begun, leaving them 23 hours and 30 minutes to complete the operation. The squad advances deeper into the forest. By nightfall, they establish a temporary rest position. While the others recover, 81 and another teammate remain awake to maintain watch. Their brief period of quiet ends when distant artillery fire shakes the area and alerts the entire team. By morning, they reach the location where the crashed aircraft is believed to be located. Following procedure, they attempt to contact base to report their progress. Their communications equipment fails to establish a signal, and the radio produces only heavy interference. With no response from command, the team proceeds according to their last confirmed orders. The soldiers spread out and take positions around the crash site. The area remains completely still. While scanning the distance, 81 notices something unusual and signals the others to continue preparing the aircraft for demolition while he moves closer to investigate. As he approaches, he realizes that what he is seeing was not part of the training scenario. He attempts to stop his team from destroying the aircraft, but the explosives are already triggered. Moments after the blast, the ground begins to tremble. What appeared to be wreckage reveals itself as part of a massive hidden spacecraft buried beneath the terrain. Lights sweep across the area as if scanning the surroundings. A large mechanical war machine emerges and begins attacking the soldiers. The squad scatters through the forest while attempting to escape. Their retreat leads them to the edge of a steep cliff. Another strike hits nearby, knocking several soldiers off balance and sending them over the edge. Many of them do not survive the fall. The few who remain able to move begin helping the wounded. 81 climbs back up the cliff to retrieve the communications radio in an attempt to contact their base. He eventually locates the soldier who had been carrying the equipment, but the device has been destroyed. Before he can search for another option, the war machine returns and moves through the crash site, eliminating anyone still alive. 81 retreats and returns to the group. During this time, one of the soldiers, 57, dies from blood loss. When 81 rejoins the others, he explains what he saw and warns them that the machine appears to be scanning for them, possibly by identifying their biological signatures. The remaining soldiers begin relocating immediately. One of 81's roommates is seriously injured, and another teammate helps carry him. Before they can move far, the war machine returns. The soldier assisting the injured man is killed, and the machine begins scanning the surrounding area. The survivors are eventually detected and forced into a direct fight while attempting to escape. After managing to move away from the machine, the exhausted group stops briefly to treat the wounded. The fall destroyed most of their morphine supplies, leaving them with limited pain relief. Once basic treatment is completed, they continue forward. Their route eventually leads to a freezing waterfall blocking the path. 81 volunteers to cross first. He moves through the icy current and secures a rope on the opposite side so the rest of the team can follow. As the others begin crossing, the injured soldier they're carrying becomes stuck midway. 81 returns to assist and helps pull him across. Shortly afterward, the war machine catches up again and launches another attack. During the struggle near the waterfall, 81 becomes trapped underwater after getting tangled in the rope. He cuts himself free and intentionally draws the machine's attention toward him, allowing the others time to escape. The remaining soldiers eventually make it through the waterfall and regroup. Soon afterward, they encounter one of their senior officers, who appears relieved that some members of the team survived. With no time to delay, the group continues deeper into the forest. They eventually reach the village that was supposed to contain the captured pilot. Instead, they find that the entire settlement has been destroyed. While examining the area, they hear movement nearby and discover the sergeant, who is already dying from his injuries. Recognizing the danger, 81 urges everyone to leave immediately. Tension rises among the remaining soldiers, leading to an argument. During the exchange, 81 reveals the truth about his brother's death. He explains that he collapsed 18 kilometers from the perimeter while trying to carry him to safety and was unable to complete the rescue. Despite the moment, the team prepares a vehicle and leaves the area. As they move out, another strike lands in the distance. The war machine soon detects them. During the encounter, Soldier 15 is killed while attempting to deliver additional ammunition. The machine disables their vehicle, forcing them off their planned route and triggering a high-speed chase. During the chaos, Soldier 7 is thrown from the vehicle. Moments later, the vehicle crashes. After some time, 81 regains consciousness. Most of the team appears to be dead. While searching the area, he finds a damaged component from the machine. He then notices the machine itself transmitting a signal towards space. To his surprise, 7 is still alive but severely injured. When another scanning pulse sweeps the area, 81 drags him away in search of cover. After moving for some distance, they stop to rest while the machine continues scanning nearby terrain. From their position, they observe the machine periodically releasing bursts of heat and steam, suggesting a venting process. Recognizing the pattern, 81 forms a plan. He moves toward a nearby construction site and attempts to lure the machine there, drawing it away from 7. Inside the unfinished structure, 81 deliberately creates noise to attract its attention. The machine enters the area and begins scanning. Unknown to it, construction explosives are positioned around the site. At the right moment, 81 appears driving a heavy tractor and pushes the machine toward the explosives. A direct confrontation follows. The machine begins overheating as sparks and flames spread across its structure. The pressure eventually triggers a large explosion that destroys the machine. In its final moments, however, the system releases additional explosives into the flames. 81 turns and runs, but the blast still reaches him. Despite the explosion, he survives. He lifts the injured soldier and carries him toward the final checkpoint, determined to reach the finish line. Soon afterward, the sergeant arrives and acknowledges what he accomplished. Medics begin treating his injuries while news reports reveal that additional machines have been detected. The sergeant later asks 81 to explain how he managed to destroy the machine. After hearing the details, the officers formally recognize his achievement. 81 is officially named a ranger. Not long afterward, he addresses a new group of recruits and shares a brief account of his experience. When the briefing ends, preparations begin for another deployment, this time for an actual rescue operation.